the last couple of months that I've been actively not doing motovlogging, I've really missed it. How stupid is that? Now, I'm not expecting, you know, as many people to watch the videos as used to before, because I've been away for a little while, and I know that the YouTube world is very transient. People come and go, you know, they like something for a little while and then they get bored of it and they go on to something else, and you're always looking for new channels and new interests and interesting people. I know that because I do it myself, so I don't know what's going to happen if I do re-release this video. But all I can say that if you are here and you are watching it, if you're new to the channel, then thank you very much. But if you're an existing subscriber, then you know, I can't thank you enough. You guys are awesome. You kind of made me want to get back into it when I'd only just finished it after the messages I received on my last video, or on the It's Been a Blast video. So thank you. You guys make such a difference, and it's incredible that there is so much goodness out there, and you know, people with nice comments, because you hear so much and you experience so much negativity on social media, that to actually get so much positivity from people is heartwarming. So thank you. But I did miss it. How weird. I thought I was gonna, you know, get back into riding the bike and just riding it for the sake of it, but I actually found that when I was riding the bike I felt there was something missing, which was having a conversation with somebody that isn't actually there, but you know what I mean, having a conversation with somebody and that interaction, which makes the interest levels a little bit higher. I've got my visor up at the minute only because as I'm talking it's misting up slightly, so I apologise if there's too much wind noise. So I'm just out for a ride. I haven't been out on the bike for a while. I had a little ride sort of up and back from work last week, but no proper rides. And this isn't going to be a proper ride. This will be a very quick trip around the toll road, which is this, past Burnbeck Island, through Weston and back up, just to get the feel of it back. And I think the issue I had wasn't so much not wanting to make motor vlogs, it was the fact that I couldn't get out on the bike. The weather's been pretty atrocious recently, with sort of high winds, heavy rain, severe floods in many places, and it made it quite uncomfortable to ride. So I think it was more a case of not being able to get out on the bike rather than not wanting to do motor vlogging anymore. I still made a few videos while I've been sort of away from the channel for a couple of months, and those videos will probably never see the light of day, purely because they're even more boring than my usual ones. But you know, I always said this was a video diary for me, for those days when I don't have the ability to remember my earlier years. I'm not going to say my youth, I'm a long way from that. Jesus, I'm so far away from my youth I can't even see it anymore. But just for days when I want to look back on some really good times, and also for days when my family want to look back on some really good times. The video library is there, and it's hopefully will be there forever. So while we're here looking at the back end of a bus, let's talk about what's happened recently. So I've just got back from New York. That was insanely good. I mean mind-blowingly good. There's a lot of negative stuff you hear about New York. Some of it is true, but actually it's only a negative if you make it a negative. Around Times Square, which is where we were staying, people were talking about scammers. Well, there are people there that are trying to make money, and they'll try and make money through not tricking you as such. You've got to be sensible. If someone offers you a free CD on Times Square and then asks for a tip, don't be surprised. Nothing's free these days. You know, if you want to go up to somebody who's dressed up as Mickey Mouse or Spider-Man and you want a photo with them on Times Square, that's their job, so expect to have to give them a tip. If a monk comes up to you and offers you a bracelet and you take the bracelet, don't be surprised then that he's trying to make money for a fictitious, never going to happen Chinese temple in Chinatown. So just, you know, a lot of the stuff is kind of, you just got to be a bit sensible about. It's not a scam. You don't hear so much about things like pickpocketing, you know, and I must admit we didn't encounter anything like that, or see anything like that, or hear anything like that. Maybe we were lucky, I don't know. The other one is about the subway being quite dirty and dangerous. It's sketchy. If you're getting the subway 2, 3, 4 in the morning, then you know you're taking your life in your own hands. There was a woman that was pushed in front of a train on the subway while we were out there, who had quite severe life-changing injuries, but it was actually her current boyfriend, who had already been in prison for all sorts of misdemeanors, that pushed her. So it wasn't like it was a random pushing. This was obviously premeditated from him. So, and they talk about a rat problem in New York. Now, we saw one rat and it was dead and it was on the subway track. Didn't see one other rat. So I'm not saying there isn't one, but again, you know, if you're out in the middle of the night and you're walking past stacks of rubbish, then you're kind of going to expect to see them. You see them everywhere. So, but I mean, New York taking those things out was incredible. The sights, you know, walking around a corner, and every time you turn a corner there is a new landmark that is like, wow. The Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, Grand Central Terminal, you know, then the New York Library, the Times Square. It was just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. You know, we went down to the 9/11 memorial, and we went into the museum, and I have to say there were moments in that museum where I was brought to tears, listening to some of the phone calls made by the airline staff on, I think it was flight 93, where they were phoning their partners and their families, and you know, leaving messages and saying how much they love them. And honestly, even now, I'm getting real chills where it affected me. My wife couldn't even stay in the room. She had to walk out because it was so just heart-wrenching and uncomfortable to be in there listening to these, and then realizing, you know, these are real phone calls. This isn't a film. This isn't a stage act. This is a real event that happened, and these are real people that left real messages. But phenomenal experience to see it. We did the Staten Island ferry, which sails past the Statue of Liberty, so we saw that. It's just, and then little things like we saw the Friends building. We went to Greenwich Village and saw the Friends apartment, and also down to, which is quite apt at the time, we went down to the Ghostbusters building, or is Ladder 9. It's actually, as far as I'm aware, a working fire station. But yeah, we went down to the Ghostbusters building, and I think the new film has either just come out when you see this, or is out very, very soon. Cool car. So yeah, look, it was absolutely phenomenal. We absolutely loved it. Four nights, 5 days or so isn't enough to see everything, but we saw a lot. We were walking, we were doing 30,000 steps a day, and it was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's one off the bucket list, but it's actually one of those that we might have to go back and revisit sometime in the future. It was that good. I've put the big screen back on, the Puig screen. I've got the little one taken off. The carbon fibre wrap that I did put on it started to peel, where the gaps were just kind of not sealed properly on the edges. So I took it off. I've taken the wrap off it, the carbon fibre wrap, and I'm probably going to get it painted matte black, a little bit like the sports screen that Ducati do offer as an upgrade or a purchase. So I've put this on for now. I'll cope with the wind noise, the buffeting, for a short period till I can get that sorted. Alright, let's just take this little gap here. Nice one. You know what, I love this bike. I love everything about this bike. I miss a few things on the Benelli. I miss the wind protection on the Benelli, and I miss the fact that you didn't have to think about how wide you opened the throttle. Oh, traffic's bad today. I feel like I'm on Times Square again, although I didn't drive out there. That wasn't happening. Jesus Christ. Mind you, the roads are terrible. One thing I will say about the New York area, the roads are really, really bad. Not just in traffic, but surface-wise as well. I know it must be really hard. It's like anywhere that busy, it's impossible to just close the road to do proper resurfacing for any length of time because the roads are so damn busy. Okay, this looks quite hefty all the way down, so I'm going to turn up here, which I think give me the opportunity to just take another route and skip some of the traffic. Not sure why there's so much traffic. Okay, so we'll cross straight over here, which is nice. Right, so I'm going to spin it around now on this roundabout and then go back up the way I wanted to go. God, traffic's crazy busy. Look at this, we call this crazy busy. You can tell I live in a small seaside town, can't you? Crazy busy, there's 3 cars, look at that. Oh, it's absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. So I'm going to go. And we're fleeing, come on. So there you go. So hopefully I'll be producing some more videos throughout the year, all things being equal. I hope you enjoy them. Once I've edited the video and put it up, I don't watch it again. I can't stand watching my stuff because it's I find it embarrassing, but some of you guys seem to like it, so I appreciate that, and that's all good. That's all good. And you're all welcome to come on my journey as often as you like. One thing I probably won't be doing is trying to continue with the weekly uploads every Saturday morning, because that just creates that. I think that's what the problem's been, because I haven't been able to get out on the bike. I've not been able to create a video, and that means I'm losing the the regularity and the consistency on the channel. Oh, there's something lovely about being at the front of the traffic lights. Hellfire! Oh, he goes! Oh, you love motorbikes!